Hey you guys, welcome to Drinkity Drinks. Today we're gonna get into, for the first time for this channel, first time for me, Four Roses bourbon. What I know about Four Roses, well, first of all, this is the first time I ever tried Four Roses straight. I've had it in cocktails. If I see it like inside a cocktail, I know it's a great bourbon. What I understand, it's more floral. Doesn't really have anything much to do with the roses, but maybe that's why they went the route of floral. Also, spice-like from what I heard, and I'm not too big on rye. I don't mind it, but I just prefer sweeter bourbons. But anyways, I just wanted to get around to it because it's one of the staples in bourbon, one of the oldest distilleries. Apparently it's been since 1888. Yeah, so I just want to try it, and this is like a bottle to start with. If this is good, hopefully eventually get to like the limited edition if I could find that. What I can tell you about Four Roses, an interesting story. The legend I guess they have of it, how they got this logo for like the Four Roses on it, is the guy, his name was Paul Jones, I think, Paul Jones Jr. He was the founder of Four Roses, and he liked this one girl in his town, and he asked her to marry him. And she said, if I wear a corsage of roses to the ball that's coming up, then that means yes. And then when he went to the ball, she had corsage kind of like this. It was like Four Roses. I guess he took it and married her, took it, ran with it. That became the name of everything and also the logo for his bourbon that he made. So this is it. I want to get this thing open. I just know it's really good bourbon. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite because like I said, it's spice heavy or whatever. So let me just say, as far as the mash bill, it's going to be 60% corn, 35% rye, and 5% malted barley. So that is like quite a bit of rye inside of it. And this bottle alone goes for about 40 bucks on average everywhere. And you could find this like pretty much everywhere. I don't know, nobody's having a hard time finding this. So I smell like cork in it, or a barrel, I guess, a little bit. And you do get like flowers, floral type smells in it. Maybe vanilla too, maybe like raisin or like prunes or something like that. Some type of stone fruit. It smells good, but I'm not, I guess because the floral notes and all that, I'm not getting too much sweetness, like smell like sugar, brown sugar and stuff. I guess maybe a slight bit of caramel, but so let's taste it. It's supposed to taste like honey and peaches or something. Oh, that's really good. Like that first dose, it reminded me of something. I guess you could say like honey, brown sugar. You could taste the barrel, that spice lingers and lingers. Like this finish is going and going and going. It's still going. It's already warming me up. But that first punch, I don't know if it was peaches or something. It's reminding me of another bourbon. I just can't really think or place it right now. But maybe after I get another drink, I'll remember. But it's so much flavor up front. Like this is definitely a sipping bourbon. You want to taste those flavors. I am gonna mix it to make this one cocktail, but I honestly feel like I don't want to mix it because how great it is, that first punch of flavor and even the lingering taste. This is a really good bourbon. Man, it's just so freaking good right up front. So let's get back into this bourbon. My camera messed up. I ran out of freaking memory, so I had to wipe some stuff, start all over, and do this whole other half of the video again. So here we go. See if I kind of remember where I'm at. As I was saying, I believe I was talking about the flavor of it, and I don't know if I was able to mention it, but what it reminds me of, that first initial punch of flavor, but it ain't even really punchy, it's just roundness and smooth bouquet of flavors. It reminds me of Old Fitzgerald, the last release. I've had it, the one that came out towards the end of last year. I had it in a bar and it was just so much flavor up front. It was just really good. But I feel like it wasn't as rounded as this, but it still was super pleasant. This one is just amazing. A whole roundness of flavor. It's beautiful. It glides out with spices and everything that just lasts and linger for a while. It's just really good. Yeah, it's just so good. I will say that this exceeded my expectations. I knew it was gonna be good, but not this good. That's why it took me so long to purchase a bottle. And you know, now that I've tried it, I'll be looking for the small batch select or possibly limited edition if I could find that, the LE version, or any other store pick probably. I'm not scared of Four Roses anymore. I know it's well worth the money. I'm gonna go over this recipe I made. This is limeade whiskey. And it's basically made limeade, ginger ale, and whiskey. I found the recipe online. It's for like a punch that you can make for a party. So the portions of it is 1 part limeade, 1.5 parts ginger ale, a 1/2 part whiskey. Just do that math however you wanted. I ended up, for this specific glass, I used 2 ounces of limeade, 1 ounce whiskey, and 3 ounces of ginger ale. And I ended up with this. It reminds me of a mule, a little bit more muted, you should say, if that's thing. It's really refreshing though. It's really good for a hot day, but so is a mule. I would prefer a mule, but I like limes a lot, so I like that punchy taste of a lime. I really like the lime to be present. Here it's a little bit more milder because it's watered down. It's limeade, not straight lime. So I guess you could say that slightly watered down mule, but it's still not bad. You still get a lot of good flavors, and for the summertime, it's really freaking good. So let's go over with a score for this thing. It's definitely over an 8. It's very well put together. Like, this is a rounded bottle. They definitely perfected what they're doing in their rick house, like as far as the barrels. It's a really good barrel. But I'm gonna grade this one an 8.5. I think it's very good, worth the $40. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's good as a mixer. I wouldn't use it for a mixer though, because it's wonderful by itself. You wanna sit, sip, and enjoy this thing. The flavors are just amazing. Like I said, it lasts a while. It's just really good to just sit and enjoy it. That's what I would do. I would not be mixing this. I'll just be drinking it straight. Until next time, guys, get yourself a drink. Drink something you love.